What's up, everyone? It's xG3N here, aka xG3N or Pretor to my clanmates. We got basically a GB match against a team called Fearless Effect. Capture the flag on Nuketown, and I thought this was a good game. I go 26-15, and the reason I decided to post is because I was very versatile. I mean, my whole team pooped, but you know, it's just how it goes. And at the start of this game here, one of the clan members is arguing that they had the wrong side or whatever. We fixed it up pretty quickly, and see here, I'm just waiting for xG and Crack Baby, who was supposed to spawn, so that way I can play my role. And what happens is he's not connecting, so immediately our whole setup here was changed, and that's okay. See there, I noticed that there was a guy in the window, so I decided to switch spots. And basically, I'm trying to play. I was originally supposed to play back defend, well, lower midfield, which is a position for our clan on 44 setups. But since he's not here, I decided that it's especially important for me to play extra D because of the fact that we can only have one man rushing. And if we run that single D setup, one of us is down. That 7.5 second spawn is going to bring it all the way over. So here's key. I'm behind radiation block, and Sevi goes down, so I'm waiting for that guy to come out. Nick gets sniped, and I take him out. So now Sevi gets spawned, and I'm good. I can move, and I want to move a lot because it's clan. This is the first match of the first match of the game. My bad. And I'm trying to keep it conservative to see how they're playing it. I don't know how many defenders they have. I don't know how many rushers. It's our first match. So basically here, we're just waiting for Alvin to get in, and once number one Bina dies, he's going to start spamming him with invites. They changed the rules now for demolition, I don't know why, but it's whatever. So basically, we started doing a lot of GB, and we started back up again. We took a break. I decided it was best to build up chemistry before we go into something like game battles again. And it's paid off. I mean, we're 4-3 now. We had 3 wins before we started this, and now 3 losses. So we pulled it up, and we've actually been pooping on people. Other than the fact that number one Bina made us lose a round because he was retarded enough to put down a claymore in a fucking domination game. And here xG and Crack Baby's up. But I was like, alright, Nick, you play upper mid since I'm already back here. I already have my class set up. I'm using the dual mag Famous, Frag, Nova, Python speed reloader, and a TI. The reason I'm using a TI is because I don't want to get cold for anything, so I have the TI on there just in case, so I can easily pick it up and it won't do any harm. And basically, our clan setup, we use a lot of Novas to cut off areas and whatnot, and pretty much it's working. So right here, I'm just sitting back and I'm waiting for Nick to go down, or for someone to give me the heads up to go, and Nick calls out that he's dead, so I went over there to go help him. That guy Dolphin died captured. Now there's, I think, 3 down at this point. So we're just trying to run the flag and at least get a cap to see if there's going to be a good game. For the setups that we're having, I mean, it's been pretty good. And I'm sorry I haven't been doing any commentaries at all for a while. I've been posting random clips. I've been basically, for the last 2 weeks, I think it was a week and a half, I was playing a lot of Badco. Then the montages came out that me and Cellshock and James wanted to do. And then after that, basically I took a little bit of a break from Call of Duty. And we've been pub stomping a little bit. You know, going back and forth. At this point it's 1-0, and I was like, Nick, just fall back and I failed grenade, I switched it. But I was basically like, alright, just sit back, because we don't need this right now. And this is our second game of the night, nonetheless. I mean, our first game, we pub stomped. Well, we didn't pub stomp, but it was actually a pretty good game. But they were trying to fool around with us, and that was pretty annoying. But as far as it goes with this clan, like, with what I've been doing, I did make a Minecraft server again. I've been trying to play that with James and Chris and Trevor, but mostly Trevor. So I've been doing a lot of that, and basically, I'm gonna try to get back into commentary. I get my easy cap next weekend. Next week or Friday, I'm not sure. supposed to either come next week or this Thursday. There goes Noah. Basically, we've been swapping a lot of clanmates recently. We had someone leave. Logan, well, Noah, who snipes is, I don't even know anymore. We're gonna try to figure out the clan setups. I would bring you a roster if you guys wanted to. Basically in this game, it was a great setup is what kind of kept us here. And at this point we realized, alright, these guys aren't that good at rushing, because I barely saw anyone. I saw about 5 people in the first round.
Capture the objective.
So we're like, alright, we're going to push up in line, and I think this is a good tactic here to have all 4 members create a barrier. And when it goes down, you know, you're very good. And this is what I was talking about here, versatility. I went from playing defender with the same class to playing upper mid. And basically, the job of the upper mid person is to basically create a line up top and run in there and basically not really do the job of the Slayer, but to sort of push up more and keep them distracted, and then if there's a chance to cap the flag. And that's basically what I try to do here. More for my roles, even though I'm leader, I feel like I'm one of the best Slayers on the team. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but number 1 Beaner is also a good Slayer, so me and him will switch out of class every once in a while. But he's not really good with assault rifles. He's better with the AK. And look at his pistol switch, bam, ho. But again, I'm not amazing with them. And number 1 Beaner, I mean, I'm pretty nasty with the assault rifles. Number 1 Beaner isn't. He's a really good knifer too. I mean, so he's more of the rusher, of the capper part. Is the reason why we have him there. So now that we're rolling, we're just basically keeping the line down. And I told Nick to fall back a little bit, because if they're gonna rush it out, and there you go, I use that Nova again to keep them out of that one side, and I'm gonna leave that side alone for a little bit. I will check back on it, but I'm not gonna sit there and stare at it now. And now, see, I'm looking to see if the Nova's gone. And I think that's something that not a lot of clans do. And here is when they start to fall apart. When what we're doing is affecting them, because we know right now that they have to cap 3 flags to go into overtime. But in overtime, they have to cap another flag to tie the game. They have to cap 2 to win it. So basically here, Nick pulled bullets to me and I got taken out. And I was like, that's alright, Nick. Don't worry about it. At the time, I was kind of like, Nick, you put a bullet to me, Nick. Stop shooting. And he did, but I still got taken out. It's alright. It's no one's fault. Basically, this is a shutout game. And this here was the weirdest route you could have done. He took his time coming out of the window. And you should never, ever, ever do that. Right now. So that was a lot of mistakes. These guys took some weird routes, but it's whatever. They went through the houses and whatnot. So here we're breaking away, and basically we're all just going to push in hard. Nick's every once in a while I'm falling back if Nick dies, or if I die, Nick's falling back. Basically keeping it so that way it's not an overpowered setup. And here I thought he moved up because of the delay, but no, he was taking his time with it. So Nick comes up and helps me rescue, and I get taken out. And now, basically, you see them all swim over where I die. That's why I took the break off it, is because they know, alright, Dan's down, and there's one defender left, or, I mean, there's no one to fall back if Nick dies, or Nick, you're next, because he's pushing into spawn pretty hard. That's what I thought. That's what, basically, I wanted to create when we backed out, when we stopped doing GB for a little while. It wasn't that long. It was only like a month probably, and I get taken out here from using a Nova at the spawn. But, I mean, taking a break, I think, was a very smart decision, because Alvin and number 1 Boner, aka Sevi, didn't get along so well at the beginning. Like, they weren't, like, they were a little annoyed at each other, and here, I have bad aim on my part. But basically taking that time out, and then even though they still weren't that strong, once we got into GB, stuff like this started happening. They would just rip out callouts to each other, just like me and Nick are. Me and Nick are pretty tight. We've been playing with each other since Halo 3. And we've been they've been doing amazing at it, and that's pretty cool. So we're coming down to the wire here. It's 5-0, and we already know we won the game. The reason for that being, there's no way to cap 5 flags on Nuketown, even with Marathon all that way and no one on the team. 7-second spawn delay, which basically we kill one person, they're out for another 10 seconds. Kill another person, another 10 seconds, you know. And basically, we're gonna keep them out of here, and we get the cap. So right now, it actually ends up 7-0. My bad. On the GB thing, I wrote 6-0, made them feel a little bit better about themselves. The funny thing about this clan, though, they disbanded right after we faced them. I don't know why, but we did. And basically, here we're trying to run another flag, and he gets taken out. Could have been 8-0, but you know, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. This is a pretty sweet game of GB. Basically, had to come talk to you, get my easy cap next week. I'm gonna do a lot of recording. I have about 2 more GB games which I have to record and whatnot. Final score 25 and 16. So yeah, that's it. See you guys later, and yeah.